together a long time ago.
February 24th, 1941 a.m. District Court. I don't think the Total Chaos one you mentioned, I don't think that it has multiplayer though.
No, I don't think Total Chaos is no. Total Chaos is probably single player. But Cry of Fear, I think you could have as many. I think it has like a separate co-op campaign where you could have as many guys as you want.
Huh.
All right.
There's also Monster Hunter that we could play too.
Yeah, you could do that. That'd be fun.
Wait, did you buy Monster Hunter World?
No, but I'm not poor. I could buy it at any time.
Oh darn!
Yeah,
I thought he did, but I thought he already had it though. I want to ask him to buy it just for that.
I finished Tales of Arise just yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Actually, today morning, actually.
No, I wouldn't ask. I wouldn't ask Ethan to buy it just for that. I would only, like, I did suggest it to him when it was on sale for like quite a bit off, and I thought he had gotten it, but if he didn't, then that's.
Yeah, if it's on sale, then I would suggest it too.
Searching up in SteamDB, first thing that comes up, Monster Prom 2. Monster Camp. Oh, that sounds like a great game. Maybe I'll play that instead of Monster Hunter.
I thought Monster Train would come up first, but oh well.
Monster Train. I think
Monster Train is one of those like deck builder roguelikes.
Is that the one where you're like trying to reignite the fires of hell?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh yeah, that one seemed like a pretty cool story. It's like, you know,
we're canceling we're reigniting the apocalypse.
I think the thing is that the hell people were just minding their own goddamn business. And then heaven was just like, bitch, how dare you?
For the grace of the one.
Yeah, that's literally what it is, because you're battling against angels.
Yeah, that's kind of cool though. Like you guys are like on a desperate last like pilgrimage across hell to like reignite the thing.
Yeah, you got like the last
torch,
ember,
the last flame,
last ember of hell's flame, and then you're gonna reignite it.
I will
dark flame, the dark soul.
I will likely play, because I found out about this recently. Next week is the release of Subarashiki Kono Sekai. It's a Wonderful World, aka The World Ends With You. The second game is going to be coming out to PC, surprisingly.
What is it called?
The World Ends With You.
What's the Japanese name?
Subarashiki Kono Sekai.
Okay.
Okay, let's see.
Just search up The World's End With You.
And what is this? It's a mobile game? I hope it's not a gacha game.
Oh no, it's not a mobile game. It came out on the DS.
What's it about again?
So the basic premise of Subarashiki Kono Sekai is about this kid who is around high school, and he kind of hates everybody because he's kind of isolated around everybody else during school. So he tends to roam around, and the entire visual art about the game is more about like this graffiti like art that you see in America and stuff like that, but more in a Japanese way of doing it. And especially during the time when Japan was very into that street rap kind of concept of things, like even clothings were towards that type of thing, type of fashion, especially back in the day. So you see a lot of these type of like fashionable street stuff that is towards those rap like things or like graffiti like things. And the entire premise of the story is that he gets shot in the head and he dies, well, quote unquote dies, but then he gets taken to this another Shibuya, because you see Shibuya 109 crossing in a different way, but he doesn't know this. The main character Neku, he passes through people as if it was nothing. He phases through people, and he doesn't realize that he died. And there are other people that are with him that doesn't realize that too, and then he finds out that he's embedded into a game called the Shinigami game, where if you win in the Shinigami game, you have a chance to live. A second chance. Like you're given a second chance to live again.
Is this like a visual novel or something?
It's kind of like a visual novel. The interesting part is actually the gameplay, because it was Subarashiki Konosekai introduced the pen stylus during that time. And during the time when hardly anybody except for Legend of Zelda and Nintendo games actually introduces a lot of usage of the pen stylus on the DS, right? Well, in this game, The World Ends With You, majority of your action is actually through the pen stylus. If you want to make a cast fire, you press down on the screen and then you drag it along, and that drag will conjure up fire in a direct line. If you want to flick an object with using poltergeist abilities, like a psychokinesis ability, you have to flick it. There is other abilities, like you have to do tapping, you have to do strokes down, and all these kind of unique mechanics that introduced with utilizing the stylus.
Wingardium Leviosa.
It was really, really unique at the time. It was super unique.
Okay.
Yeah, and the game was very iconic due to the fact that it was back in the day, and a lot of like that street punk like clothing, especially because it's Japan, a lot of it was like unique at the time. And pins was also a thing.
Oh yeah, pins and stuff.
Everybody loved
You
pins.
also get those like keychain things that like the girls really like.
Yeah, like those stuff too. And the entire premise of the story is very unique in a very good, kind of cute kind of sense, at least in my opinion, because you find out that the main character slowly opens up as he goes through this whole game, and he finds out that he was only chosen to die because he was chosen to play the God's game.
And that's what this game is, where he does the magic stuff and tries to do with it.
Yeah, and he was only chosen because the god placed him. If he loses the entire game, they repeat the game all over again. But if he wins the game, the entire concept of the Death God's game is gone, like gone forever kind of thing.
Oh, that's why he chose this guy specifically.
Yeah, like the god chose
What's
the main
special
character
about
for
this
that.
guy? Why did he choose this guy for that?
No reason.
Okay, just to, oh, never asked.
Yeah, he just did. He
That's
just
the
so
stakes of it.
happens to
That's
pass.
That's just the
by.
stakes of it here.
Yeah, exactly. Like I feel like that's kind of unique because like everybody has like an excuse in anime nowadays, especially. But then this one's more like, I just passed by him.
It seemed like it was fun.
Yeah, exactly.
No,
It was
like-
like, yeah, it's just he was just there at the right time. That's really all it is.
So he was unlucky, and I always punish unlucky people.
Yeah, basically.
So I roll dice on it.
Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, cool. But they're making a second game now, so it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. I wonder what you're kind of curious about what it is about, and it's coming out next week. It's kind of really cool. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright?
I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time.
And a
And
different
the
Places
suspect.
after-
Sorry, go
Huh?
on. One person. Go.
And a different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana.
Lana.
Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed.
I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning.
We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though.
Wow. They just finished. So, how'd it go?
It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain.
A plea bargain? What do you mean by that?
We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma.
Oh, Jesus, fuck.
Wow. But Lana, don't tell me you.
Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are.
Miss Sky.
Hmm?
We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to Officer Jake Marshall.
What kind of trace evidence?
The way she holds her hand up to her chest and looks surprised at you like that looks so, like, fake. Just because of the first time that she did it, and then she said, like, I was the murderer, like, and she's, like, acting surprised in, like, a super, like, way that you're not supposed to believe at all. This looks, like, so... Oh my god, that's so weird. Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. She puts me off. See, here, this is, like, her being realistic. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You do understand what this means, don't you?
In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall. Mr. Marshall.
We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky?
Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. She is kind of odd. It's almost like a stoic Russian.
She's aloof, yeah.
Yeah, she's very stoic.
She's got her red muffler again.
I mean, you kind of have to be kind of stoic inside, like as a chief of prosecutor, especially since you've seen so much, I guess.
Well, I mean, I've at least seen Edgeworth smile, sort of thing like that.
Yeah,
and like
that's
express genuine surprise at times.
Edgeworth is stoic because he has one of them tragic backstories, okay?
He's not
He's also-
actually like a person that feels no emotion.
And he's also a main character.
Yeah, man, that's like 50% his attitude, but also 50% his tragic backstory. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is
I'm afraid you'll have to clarify.
It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time.
But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared.
Yes. Yes. And the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edward's car.
Wow, this is one messed up trial.
One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence.
George, we can't hear you if you were doing Edgeworth.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I accidentally muted myself again.
Oh, okay.
That's totally my bad. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things.
Stop, man. Scrolling over. Yeah.
Even though he doesn't
about
know
me?
what's going on himself. You don't deserve it. What are you, Phoenix?
I think we're a pretty big fucking deal, okay? And that's supposed to be an admirable trait?
Very well. Let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. I didn't realize the mic caught my nasal breathe in.
That's okay. Everybody's just going to think about the fact that you were breathing in some drugs.
It's a big sigh, okay?
Don't need to defend it. The internet will know. I'll probably cut it out. Oh, I'm definitely cutting that. Definitely cutting that one out. For its first witness, the prosecution calls a suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department.
The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer?
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go.
Okay, you go for it.
Hey, it's this guy.
Will the witness please state his name and occupation?
Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekins, sir. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir.
Ah. What?
Even Seth is left speechless.
Why is everybody looking like that, sir? So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to... Sir, I'm what you'd call a part of the younger generation, sir.
This guy's huge, actually.
A
Like
person
super
whose
wide
actions
type of-
adults can't possibly comprehend.
Sorry, what, Jonah?
I said, this guy's actually huge. Like, he's really tall with wide shoulders and everything. But he's like really skinny.
Yeah.
Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir.
Catching on this shit too.
Officer Meekins,
Yes, sir.
give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order.
Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of a generation that must be told what to do, sir. Zoomer reporting, sir.
You can't. Sorry, what?
I said, Officer Zoomer.
More like Officer Millennial.
I don't know. I'm just trying to make a joke.
You can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm.
Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. I see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. Yes, sir! He knocked me upside the head, sir! Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
Got our work cut out for us. What I
Yeah.
need here is more info to work with.
This guy's like a descendant of Genghis Khan or something.
Oh. Gosh.
Do unto others before they do unto you. It's like
Strike
like
first,
nuke 'em before they nuke us.
Strike
Yeah.
first and strike swiftly.
Yeah.
So go to the one when he was like, I did it.
This one?
There we go, yeah, press. Oh! What exactly do you mean when you say you did it?
I know I don't look like the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant, so I snatched his knife from him.
You took his knife.
I spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man.
I see. He must have been desperate.
The next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew, yes, he punched me right in my face, sir.
He didn't do it at all. Damn, and also Goodman like just straight up just like pow fucking got this guy.
For a second I thought he was gonna describe some sort of like DBZ move or something.
He gave him the Gundeer special, man.
Oh. Okay, let's oops. Press on everything, I guess.
Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not?
Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir.
This guy? Yikes! Now there's a scary thought. What's with this police?
Maybe he's evidence transfer was taking place on that day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks, not ordinary ones.
I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Yes, sir! The lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir! I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process.
Sorry, what's that?
I just like, wait, what?
For a second I thought he meant that
That was my sole mission for the day, sir!
for a second I thought he meant that that Gumshoe was the chief of detective, and I was like, what?
No.
Is he not?
No, he's not.
No, he's just a detective.
Okay.
But when he says it was created by the chief of detectives, he means like it was designed by the chief of
I
detectives.
see. Sounds like a very important mission. Oh yeah, I remember now. You're right. It was designed by the chief of detectives, and then I guess built by Gumshoe. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room.
Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Just press on everything.
In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card. Am I correct?
Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck.
So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right?
There it is. I found it. This is the one right here.
The fact that he like randomly comes out, guns blazing with his fucking microphone. God
Ugh,
damn.
his microphone is a weapon. Megaphone.
Yeah, it's a weapon.
Could you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir.
See, huh? But the number 4989596 is shown as being used twice.
Please explain, witness.
It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to go get him after everything settled down. I see. So it was during that second time when... Yes, sir! That was when I spotted the man on the security screen.
Right.
I
So
know.
you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you?
It was a knife, sir. A knife. Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you. What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was.
You aren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into.
That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him.
Wait, if he's a detective, shouldn't he have
That's how I got this gash on my hand.
if he's a detective, shouldn't he have like access to the place?
Yeah. That's why we're wondering, why is he attacking him?
Well, no, I mean, Meekin's theoretically only attacked after he was threatened with the knife. However, maybe he like misinterpreted it or something. I don't know.
Very likely. Maybe if you'd just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be...
Very likely.
When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I used instant transmission and teleported behind him. I grabbed the man by his collar.
Ultra instinct Meekins.
Okay. This is the last one.
It's like Ultra Instinct Shaggy.
Yeah. About what time did you regain consciousness?
No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious.
Oh, right.
According to the report from the officer that woke up, the witness, it was about 5:30.
He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying tears of pain.
Like, imagine announcing that so loud for the world on your microphone.
That's nice. I mean, it's nice that you recovered, that is.
God, why is Meekin so silly?
I love this guy. He's the greatest police officer I've ever met.
It's true.
When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir.
Your mission.
Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. I returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand.
Well, we can all rest easy now.
Does that mean there's a secret blood stain on that guy?
Probably. We probably should
I
check.
believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened.
Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim?
He's got a point.
Yes, Officer Meekins. With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning, sir.
More updated evidence right in the middle of the case.
Ugh. Why am I not surprised? The chief?
Delivered it?
What is that? A videotape?
I bet you so many
You know what a
kids-
videotape is, right, Judge?
I bet you. Oh, yeah, the judge probably. The judge should know what this is.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking.
Oh, why wouldn't he know it?
Yes, sir. That's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. It contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room.
What? Well, I specifically asked if there was such a tape, and was told it had been mistakenly erased.
What has been
With Von
mistakenly
Karma.
That's
unerased.
quite a mistake.
Sorry, what, Seth?
Just like with the Von Karma.
Yeah, exactly.
I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at, other than murdering.
Which is excellent. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever.
Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me.
How is he a murderer? He's not a murderer.
A video of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into?
Ah, I hate this music.
This guy was just fucking around in here. This is like 5 minutes of Freddy's found footage.
Yeah.
It's weird to see any sort of animation scheme.
Especially because he's a 3D model also.
Mhm.
Oh, it's hiding the face the entire time. Son of a bitch.
Yeah, very convenient. Oh shit, he's there! There he is! There's the boy! And then he's just gonna be down on the ground dead.
He has a baton.
Oh shit, he got slashed! And then he jumped on him. Oh, and he got, oh my god. So yeah, I would say Detective Goodman struck first, but at the same, oh shit, he's fucking dead. He left that thing over
Where's
there.
Goodman?
He disappeared somehow.
Yeah.
He never left. The body is still in there.
Yeah, but
Man.
like, how did he disappear? He would have been shown at the camera as being on the floor.
I don't know.
This is me.
Edgeworth is also fucked up over this.
Yeah, this is me right now. That's my face.
Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us?
He's talking about the badger.
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's to do with the murder because the murder was not unsettling at all. What the hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? I agree.
Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir.
Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly?
Meekins is no slouch, man. He just really went up and attacked somebody.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he didn't
no,
even ask him for a badge.
Yeah, maybe he should have asked him for a badge and all that sort of stuff.
He didn't even ask. He just like went straight up and attacked.
I forget. Why did he attack him in the first place?
I don't think he actually
Yeah,
went straight up and
well,
attacked. He did sneak up on him, but Goodman like slashed him with a knife first, I think.
Well, we can check, right? Oh,
I should
alright,
check
we're
it
good.
again. Okay.
This tape seems to
Right, what is he
prove
doing
that
with a
the
knife?
witness
Why not
did
like a
indeed
stun baton or some
encounter
shit like that?
someone.
Sorry, what, Seth?
Why not a stun baton or some shit like that? Why does a detective have a knife?
The knife was an evidence knife.
Yeah.
Maybe. No, the
Oh, it
evidence
was.
knife is the evidence knife from the old case was broken, but that one was intact. So,
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
but I
Okay.
thought Meekins had a good. Didn't he have some sort of reasonable reason for confronting somebody in the evidence room?
He did.
Um,
He says that there was, he thought it was suspicious, and he asked him for a badge. But in the video, he didn't even ask for a badge. He just straight up snuck up on him and attacked him.
Maybe that's just for the sake of, the video, but in real life, he did ask.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I wish we can check it. Oh, we can. Here we are. Can we go forward and back?
No, you have to watch the whole thing again. Oh, you can hit. You can exit early, but
That's
so we didn't see. Okay,
so. This is good, man.
we see him coming in. Oh, wait! If you look at the start, the strip of fabric outside of the first box is not there, and also the glove falls out, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
So
I did
the
think that it could be Goodman's or something like
look,
that
the
because it
strip
was
of fabric
white.
is not there.
Hmm?
The fabric that was poking out of the first box.
Yeah, see? He just walked up
There.
on him.
Yeah, but he
He's-
didn't attack him just yet. Oh, see there, and there's the blood.
It's just a also like Goodman like super retaliated. He didn't.
Oh, it's
like,
Marshall, and it's
he turned around
Marshall
with a
who is
knife.
in here. It's Marshall who is here.
Yeah, he just disappeared and walked.
Maybe
up.
that's Marshall's knife.
Yeah, you're right.
maybe.
That's Marshall's knife.
So is Marshall posing as Goodman?
Maybe
yeah,
you're
there's the
Marshall
fabric.
maybe posing as
Wait,
Goodman.
what the fuck?
The fabric is there
Oh.
at the end, but not at the beginning. Yeah, Jonah, you're right.
Oh, and the handprint is also there on the thing already, the machine. So that was there normally
Yeah.
from the beginning. Oh, it restarts.
I did think that maybe that fabric was going to be Goodman's or something like that, just because it was white.
Yeah,
But whose locker
And-
is that one that he put into? It has to be
That one at the end?
Marshall's. Yeah.
Yeah, it must be Marshall's.
Yeah, it
But
should be Marshall's. The glove that came out of Goodman's thing is a white glove, so it's probably Goodman's own glove.
no, that's
that-
the SL9
Wait,
glove.
oh yeah, you're right. That is SL9 glove. But Goodman was the investigator on that, so it's his
Wait.
locker.
His shoulder was bleeding.
No, that was
it's after he cut
Yeah.
Meekins. Meekins
Yeah.
grabbed him on the collar and stained the shoulder.
Right.
And Meekins is no slouch, man. Told you, he got a killer instinct there. Well, no, he
Yeah,
just kind of
if,
gave up at one point and took the hit, but still.
Okay.
if a 6 foot something guy like started flailing like an octopus at me, I'm going like with this fucking like sonic attack. like a Pokemon.
In the evidence room and some sort of
Oh, sorry.
What the?
activity.
Don't interrupt him, Your Honor.
Yeah, the
Instead
nerve
of relying on clearly incomplete footage. Not really, it actually proves something. The witness testimony will suffice. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins?
Yes, sir, as you wish, sir.
Oh, I see. We're going to testify about the video. Okay.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. But there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I'd recognize that tanned complexion and stubble anywhere. I mean, he opened the locker which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do.
Okay, right there. What did he say? Oh, he didn't say 10. You jerk.
No, that was just Ethan joking.
Yeah, I was just... The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it.
Isn't there a way to like unlock fingerprints like quite easily?
If you
What's
get someone
this
else's
about a
fingerprint, then you should be able to do that.
Sorry for gaslighting you, George.
No. It's fine.
Nah, do
it's
it
fine.
more.
Each detective has been given a locker, equipped with a fingerprint activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to.
Intriguing. That would mean...
And yeah, it's totally fine. You can gaslight me all you want.
In fact, do it more.
The victim at the crime scene would have to have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination.
I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. But everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start.
Okay.
His face can't be clearly seen in the video. Oh. No question at the other person below. Do the press on the no question one. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face.
Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Well, why is everyone looking at me? If I had to label your stares as disturbing or...
Meekins,
Eek!
Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best moods. Now, please be more certain of when you testify.
Yes, sir.
You claim the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us, why are you positive it was him? And that was it? Really?
I mean,
Well, the one thing I can actually do right now is actually do this. Because I can actually confidently say, how do you know the locker is actually his?
Regarding the video contained in this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange.
Strange.
This contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may have not been Detective Goodman.
What? This video contains such a contradiction?
It does, Your Honor.
Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video.
You would want me to point it out. Or he would want me to point it out.
Very well. Proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of.
Have to point out a problem in the video? This is the first time I've ever had to do that.
Oops. You can do it, Phoenix. Or Mr. Wright. It's set up so you...
What did you say the thing was? The problem?
The
Is
video.
that, regarding the video, it may not be Mr. Goodman. And I think we know that because of the fabric that showed up.
Yeah.
Damn, her bag is just literally overflowing with glass. The shit.
Yeah, it is. It's set up so you can fast forward, rewind, or pause the video. And I'll show you the other reason why it can't be Goodman in a bit.
Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video.
How did this guy ever become a police officer?
I mean, it's true.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us.
Oh, what the fuck? It just tells... Well, okay. So the second thing is actually because of this.
What is
Light
that?
is on?
Yeah,
It
it's
means
already
it's
lit.
open already.
Yep.
The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins?
Sir, do you mean me, sir?
Well, yes, but other than you. As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprint if it's a match. The light turns on and the lock is sealed.
Released.
Released.
According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it, sir.
If so, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. I didn't even notice the light was on.
Yep. Because the picture is actually really smart. Because the LEDs at the very top of the light is actually contradicting to the light on the lockers. So you don't notice it as much because the light on top is actually brighter. Do you see what I mean? Because it's much larger,
When the
so you
victim
see the
reaches,
top.
yeah. When the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker, let's rewind to a little earlier.
God damn it.
I know, right? I can't think.
Why couldn't that little faster? Like,
Here, notice the light. Imagine the song actually went backwards too.
What's
I know,
this?
right?
It's already lit? God.
Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Ah! Order. What's the meaning of this?
It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime.
He's also trapping himself, though, because if it's not Goodman, that means it must have been in Edward's. Goodman must have been in Edward's car.
I don't know.
Yeah, but we're here to accuse Marshall of something.
Yeah, that's true. When the door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked.
Oh, I know. It must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this.
That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction.
Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation?
Me, Your Honor?
Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked?
Me, Your Honor? Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator?
Tampered with, maybe.
It was left unlocked by somebody else.
Very likely. Ah, the glove. The glove was jamming it.
Oh, yeah. The glove.
Oh, that would make sense why it would fall out. So somebody plotted it where the glove would actually get closed on it so that it would not be affected by the electricity passing through for the electronic lock.
Who is that guy? Marshall did say he's not good with electronics and stuff like that, but maybe he was lying.
Yeah, very likely. Maybe something like jammed the system sensor?
Something jammed the sensor? Say... There's something else that seems out of place in this video. I feel like Bruce Goodman was in on it. He was like kind of helping them sneak in and do some stuff or something like that, because Bruce Goodman was working with the Marshal and the cough up queen. I forget what her name is, right?
Lunch lady.
Yeah.
Lunch lady, right? So they weren't opposing each other. They were working together, and I think they were trying to expose corruption and stuff like that. But right?
Yeah. Probably Goodman found out who it was and got murdered for it.
Yeah, but I think he was trying to help them, I think, smuggle or get something out of there or do something like that they didn't realize.
Yeah, they were probably trying to smuggle out one of the evidences so that they can actually do their own testings. Because this is on a transferal day. They don't know what might be missing on a transferal day.
Oh, yeah. It's on a transferal day. So some of the stuff is going to go to like cold storage, essentially, and be gone forever, right?
Yeah, so that means they could take out one of the evidences to get it tested without getting it noticed that it was missing.
At least not for a while.
Exactly. There's got to be another clue somewhere in this footage.
Very well. Let's inspect the video once more.
The thing is,
The lock.
oh jeez. The thing is
Alright.
also that I don't think that Marshall would have been able to sabotage it without Goodman noticing. Goodman had to sabotage it himself. Oh, you
That's
can
cool.
do frame by frame.
That's cool.
Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier.
Oh, come on. Why do you have to do this?
I'm going to make you watch this video 64 times.
Didn't they do that in the one case that we watched, Jonah?
They absolutely did. Judge?
What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But, sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I often fall out and roll great distances when I open my front door or something. Hold on.
We can't.
When I
Yeah,
open
no.
my car door.
Yeah, I opened my car door.
Oh, God,
We can't be sure
lot of
that
moving
item was
parts.
completely inside the locker to begin with.
What do you mean?
The sensor triggers the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, a glove, between the sensor and the door?
Inserted?
Yeah, it would still close, but it would not be like closed permanently.
Yeah. How did they avoid the camera on the way back out? That's amazing.
Yeah, that's what I
Also,
want to know.
like the camera is at waist level.
This
Like,
white. Oh,
isn't that insane?
man,
This
like,
white
Yeah.
thing wasn't
Meekin's
inside the
dumb
locker.
enough and has bad luck enough in order to get himself like sucked into the constant and don't starve, you know, Jonah? Like Wes. Like the mime and
What
like the
enough?
mime, the
Wait,
useless
you
mime.
said he's what enough?
He's dumb enough or like self, incriminating enough and unlucky enough to get himself sucked into the constant.
Yeah, I agree.
To poor sir.
But sir,
It was stuck between the door and the sensor.
Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, my tie chokes me. But the object would have to be extremely thin to fit in the door.
why does the judge always cut off the guy?
I don't know. Maybe because Meekins is fucking annoying to these guys.
Maybe.
Something like a rubber glove, guys.
No- Yeah, not only that, it would also have to block electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Oh yeah, there is.
Yes, an insulator. But at the crime scene.
There just might have been something that fits that description.
But sir, by insulator,
You don't
I
mean
think I finally got this figured out.
you don't mean. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that was stuck in the locker door?
I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove.
But we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker.
Actually, we can. It has a tag that says SL-9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests to this. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is this not so, Officer Meekins?
Sir, it would appear so, sir.
It's like you do the choking noise.
Order, order, order. So are we to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman?
Do not be misled, Your Honor. Wow.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Okay, sure, let's see.
What?
Officer Meekins, please testify about this.
Sir, me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir. ... Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Joe?
He's coaching the witness to incriminate himself. Very well.
Yeah.
Begin your testimony. See what I mean? This guy's just like the perfect useful idiot. Maxwell would have like the field day with this guy. My
Yeah.
God.
I kind of agree. Sadly.
You play Don't Starve?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
We like Don't Starve, and I've been following it like closely, but I haven't played it much because it's really hard for me.
It's hard for me too, to be honest. I don't understand a lot about the game. I just love clay games in general, mainly because they are a Vancouver company. Haha.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And they also did Mark of the Ninja.
Nice.
Such a good game.
There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Yeah, but what if the ID card was lost?
An ID card record.
Or
I
given
see.
to someone else purposefully.
Yeah. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 5:14 is that of the victim.
Just before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room?
This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Special cases?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end.
Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference.
There were only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were cleared up by noon.
Right, I see. Now let us move on to the cross-examination. There's one other thing that Oh,
Turn around,
right.
it's
I
one
don't
of
need
us
the
use your ID
TV
card.
shit.
Okay. Alright, if this is a record of it.
Yeah, we actually have a proof.
What do you mean by we have proof? We have
You're
his
gonna need
ID
to-
card,
you're,
but
you're gonna need to press until he says like something more, and then we could use the video, I think, to prove somebody else there.
No, that's not true. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure we can just present it because we have his actual ID card.
Oh,
but
that
it was,
means
next to the body, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was next to the body, so it doesn't assume that he had lost it in any way.
Wait, hold on.
Also, Marshall
hold
was
on,
there.
The ID card was at the prosecutor's office, not in the evidence room at the time, right?
Yeah, but Bruce Goodman, even though he was attacked in the evidence room, his body wasn't found in the evidence room or anything like that, so you could
Yeah.
assume that he had left.
And
But
also,
when was it found? At like 5:15?
It was
No, it
found.
was-
They said the murder occurred,
at 5:15.
I don't know, sometime, but the body was removed from the room somehow. I forget
So,
when the murder
the
occurred.
ID was found at Edward's car,
Yeah.
where Marshall dropped it.
Yeah, where Marshall was, conveniently, and had not. Oh, I didn't realize this is here.
Oh,
So
I'm
it's
just charged of this investigation here.
charged with
Yeah.
this here rodeo. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins.
I'm not good at waiting, sir.
I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene.
That makes sense.
When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card.
Lost item report. It's only half completed.
But it shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report.
Let me guess. You believe this something to be his ID card, right?
I can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. And also, his clothes got stolen too.
Order. So now, what does this all mean?
It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card.
Order. Does the prosecution have a response?
I have only one thing to say to the defense.
Have any proof?
Bravo, Mr. Wright.
Bravo?
Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room, Officer Meekins, accounted was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright?
Yes. What's he up to?
That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. The victim in this video is a fake. Then the murder in the evidence room is also a fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instant of the murder.
That is... Well, I guess that's right.
That means Lana did it. Oh, that's what he's gonna say.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna spin it to the prosecutor girl.
Well, he has us there. I mean, we did argue that.
Yep. This is something. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago, you seemed content to be pointing your finger around.
Man, he's pointing at it. The finger's pointed at me now. This isn't going to end well. Oh, I'm prepared to hit.
Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove.
He's sending us to Clowniversity. Explain yourself, Mr. X.
The defense has already done the explaining for me.
Go ahead, fill out an application.
The victim in the video is a fake, which means a murder did not take place. At the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime could only take place at one location. The underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office. The murder being Miss Lana Sky, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon.
Contradiction there. Trustworthy? You mean that woman who lied in 4 occasions?
Yeah. I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning.
Oh, you just
The
need to play
activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Miss Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman.
Just so, Your
Oh,
Honor.
you fucking hell. There's no boobs on that faking poster. Contradict this bitch.
He's just doing his job. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana.
What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess?
Object.
One moment, Your Honor.
What now, Mr. Wright?
Let me think of something.
Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven.
Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution's trap.
What are you talking about?
This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder.
Getting real quiet.
Yeah, because no music. I'm sad.
Yeah.
Bring back the Blue Badger music.
No thanks.
Blue Badger, save me, sir!
I'm Sonic, sir!
However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
if this court were to examine this further, other witnesses will be necessary.
You just gotta go produce more people
Is
out
the
of there.
prosecution prepared?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident.
This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean?
Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness.
Oh, whom do you have in mind?
Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room.
The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply.
Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have testify, what is his or her name? We think it's this guy. Why exactly?
Marshall. We found his
because-
fingerprint in the place.
Oh yeah, that's right.
and his locker has Goodman's jacket.
Well, I don't think we know if it's his locker, because he doesn't have access there anymore, right?
Yeah, we assume he doesn't have access there anymore, but we don't know that.
Yeah,
Right.
he used to have access there.
He's not a
And
detective
his-
anymore, though.
we say it's his locker because his fingerprint was there and he was able to put the thing in there.
Yeah, exactly. Why him?
I can't believe Edgeworth. No, I can't let Edgeworth know everything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say.
The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for the guarding of the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare.
Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed.
I'm learning a new
So-
word every day.
What is that word? I don't know that word.
I think it's
It's sub-
subpoena, but subpoenaed.
Subpoenaed.
Subpoena, the past tense of subpoena.
Huh, okay.
Prosecution, please prepare the witness during this time.
We will, Your Honor.
The court is now in recess.
Oh man, don't tell me like we have a whole other section of stuff. We probably do. Fuck.
Yeah, we do. Ending it here for today, anyways, regardless, after this part.
Yeah, I better go
Yeah.
shower and get to
That would be
sleep.
really long.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright?
Nope. Oh, huh? What do you mean?
You called for Jake Marshall. It seems you figured out everything. You figured everything out.
I haven't figured anything out.
Lana, you're the one who knows everything.
Emma,
You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you.
I don't recall ever asking for his protection.
How can you be so calm? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me?
Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals.
He says,
Yeah, you are.
interrupting.
You are.
Oh, yes, I am. I'll come back later.
That dejected face. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it?
You got a lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. And to top it off, you call me here. I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. You better be, pal. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. So, have you brought what I asked? Oh, oh, ho, oh, ho, 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 ho. You mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request.
My name?
Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL-9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy.
The SL-9 incident?
But Lana, that's...
I have to read all these in 30 minutes?
Wow, that's a lot of files, actually. I could
Yeah,
probably get
that
through
is a lot
half.
of files.
I could probably get through a quarter, but
You
definitely
could
not all.
skim them. You could skim them.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Was this not presented before?
We never asked the guy, what's his name, Gumshoe about it. Even
Or
though we
people
probably
should.
should've.
Yeah, because I don't because SL9 was not connected at the time, so it can't be helped.
Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in that case.
Miss Sky was a witness?
Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murders.
Oh,
Oh,
Wait,
what?
what are
Now
you
that
telling
I've
me?
brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me?
What a funny way to phrase that, sir. Emma? But why? Why is your name in here?
What? My name in there? I don't know. Unless couldn't be Lana. This SL9, isn't it? Is that? Ethan.
Oh, sorry. That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as the Joe Dark killings.
The Joe Dark kill. No, Lana. That's over with now.
Emma, wait! She ran away.
You know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here.
She
Thanks,
did
Gumshoe.
too. Jake Marshall, Angel Star, Damon Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Miles. Not to mention Lana and Emma. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those 2 years ago, to those killings 2 years ago. This can't just be a coincidence.
Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck.
I better take a good look at this file.
Why not just tell us, bitch?
Oh, actually, it is ending.
Yeah.
Nice. She can't
Technically,
just,
he can't because like she might. She's trying to protect Emma from getting killed.
oh shit.
Really?
Well, it's the blunt way of saying it, right? Like if you think about it, the killer, the murderer must be in a very high place where he has the power to be able to control the situation
Right.
to a certain level, right?
So it kills everybody that knows and shit like
Yeah.
that.
Exactly. Like
It's
because-
Damon.
yeah, because Goodman found out who it is and he got murdered for it, and now people are running around to figure out what the fuck is going on, but they don't know what's going on, so they can only suspect the people that has been suspected.
Right.
And the people that would try to pin everything on the SL9 situation are the three people, right?
Hmm.
Angel Star and Jake Marshall.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is like a noir mystery, like a real James Bond kind of like shit going on, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Okay, well, because it's been a long day, I'm going to end it here. See ya.
All right.
Bye.
Thanks everyone for watching. See you.
See ya.